Hi everybody, Josh Carter here. This video is a bidding walkthrough. I'm going to bid as a 767 Memphis First Officer, and I'm going to bid with these priorities. We'll assume that I'm a commuter. I want certain days off. I prefer day flying. I prioritize deadheads. There are certain cities I like to bid, and certain cities I like to avoid. Let's get started with the commutes. For commutes, I'll sort by commutes, and since this is a 5-week bid month, in this example, I'll say that I'll accept any line with 4 commutes or less. So I'll find the threshold between 5 and 4 commutes, and I will long hold or right click, select all above, and I'm going to put all of these into the trash. Tip, click highlights to adjust the number of carryover days that are displayed. Next, let's find trips that honor our days off, keeping day flying and deadheads in mind. I select days off in the Filters tab. In this example, I have 4 days selected. Tip, click this icon to dock the Filters tab so that nothing is hidden. Right now, I have 78 lines selected that honor my days off, so let's prioritize them. We'll start with day flying. So let's say that I want all the lines with takeoffs between 6 a.m. and 7 p.m. I'll put those at the top. Then I'll take the double deadheads, then the back end deadheads, and finally, the front end deadheads. What I'm left with now are the lines with no deadheads, and I'll put those at the bottom of the top folder. I know there are some lines where I can get my days off by deviating, so let's see if I can find them. I'm going to sort by desired days off. And then what I'm going to look for are deadheads. So a front end deadhead, this line and this line look like the only ones that work. I'll put those in the top folder. For back-end deadheads, I'll select all these. And then I'll see if there are any double deadheads that might work. The last place that I might find lines that get me my days off are reserve lines. So I'll go down here to the trash. I'll filter by days off. And I'll select all these reserve lines. If I can't get lines that honor my days off, I'd like as much day flying as possible. So I'll go back to the bid pack, and a couple things I can do. I can sort by day flying, and you can see that a lot of these flights have all day flying. This is a percentage. So let's say I'll take all the flights that have greater than 70% day flying. And I can also filter by takeoff time. So I'll take all the lines where all the flights take off between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. and put them in the folder also. Now let's find deadheads. We'll find the double deadheads first. Double deadheads go at the top. Back end deadheads below that. And then front end deadheads at the bottom. Now let's look at cities. In this example, I'll eliminate 1 city and include 4. First, let's eliminate BCP. And add these 4. And I'll just put these at the bottom below the deadheads. With all of those priorities organized, let's see what's left. It can be hard to tell at a glance which of these lines are good and which are not, so let's use the highlights. I'm going to turn on day flying, long layovers, single legs, and long duty days. And I can see some of these long duty days that I'd like to deprioritize, so I'm going to select these and send them to the bottom. And finally, I'm going to put my backup lines in. The backup lines are in the trash. So here they are. And I'll just put these in the footer. And I'll put them in here at the end. And I could put some secondary lines into the same way. And here we are. Obviously this bit is going to need some tweaking, but we got all the big movements out of the way pretty quick. Thanks to everyone for all the great feedback and the kind words. I hope Acrobat is saving you time and making some of this stuff easier.